So what we wanted to create from our arrival experience is when you arrive to the hotel, you arrive into an inner court, and actually the car drives onto an Armani carpet, basically made of stone. So the idea was to bring in this texture of Armani style into the arrival experience. This is then set inside a very defined and minimalist court, and then you transfer through 3 portals into an antechamber experience where you're met and greeted into the hotel.
I think it's that first moment you get out of the car, you get into a small space that welcomes you and makes you feel that you are in something extremely unique. No matter how many times you come to this hotel, you will always remember this, and you will always see something new when you're in there.
Having an impactful arrival is really important because it sets the overall tone for your experience. We approached it as a curated journey, one that unfolds with an emotion and an intention.
As you come through the arrival vestibule, you then enter into this iconic tower, which is 4 stories tall, and then it becomes the wow experience within inside the hotel. The tower forms a silhouette on the skyline of the Diriyah city. So what we wanted to do was bring in the sun, because it's a very strong component in Saudi Arabia, and bring that sunlight through the tower as a filter, and actually create this very dramatic light and shade effect on the floor, which will constantly change throughout the day.
Aim wasn't just to create dramatic shadows on the Tower of Light, but rather curate an experience that felt different at different times of the days. Our team did a lot of independent, extensive research on the Najdi architecture and the Diriyah region, which is also very much tied to the lifestyle of this region. We looked at historic buildings, the bathhouses, the Bedouin way of life, how the courtyards were used as social congregation spaces. And once we were able to understand the functional and the cultural intent behind these design choices, it was easy for us to interpret them in a more contemporary way.
So what we thought, again, of bringing the lifestyle of fashion to Riyadh is we thought, okay, let's design a very unique court experience where we could actually integrate a fashion show into that courtyard design.
If you think about it, culture is built over time and it's shaped by so many factors. It's built by a way of life, local narratives, the core principles of those people, and the environment that shapes them. So in terms of the Armani project, for example, ensuring that the cultural DNA was embedded in the design authentically was a key design principle for us.
So we've used metal portals in multiple areas within the design. So these are a great contrast to the mud walls. These are sleek and these are clean. They sort of reflect Armani's identity and they sort of indicate your transition into an Armani world.
In terms of Najdi architecture and the way we were trying to integrate that into the Armani project with Mr. Armani's inputs, we had to take the Najdi decorative elements and simplify them to the purest form. The play of light and shadow was very important in terms of the design, and that also added to the extra layer of Armani's touch in the design, as well as the Najdi principles. Najdi is all about having these perforations and allowing the light to seep through the spaces, transforming the spaces, and that played a very big role in the design.